friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tash and it is finally 2026 and I am so excited to get started on this new year of reading with all of the challenges and all of the fun things that I have planned for the year. If you want to know more about that, then check out my last video, which was my reading plans for 2026. But today, pretty bog standard, just going to talk to you about the books I read in December and the books that I'm planning on reading in January. My hair looks crazy. I did sock curls this morning and I don't know if I like it. We're working with it anyway, never mind. So in December I read 6 books and that officially allowed me to complete my 2025 reading challenge of 65 books. Hooray! I know I've talked about it to death on here already, but I really didn't think I was gonna make it. So when I finally did and I finished that last book, oh, I was so happy. Anyway, if you've seen one of my previous videos, my latest reading vlog, you will know that I started the month off with the This Woven Kingdom series by Tahira Mafi. So I read the first 3 books, which I had previously read, I want to say in either 2023 or 2024, because the new one, I can't even get my hand on it, Every Spiral of Fate came out and I wanted to make sure I was really up to speed on what was happening before I jumped into this one. And I'm so glad I did. I loved this series. It was so brilliant. This Woven Kingdom, amazing. 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars, and another 5-star read. This one was the best one so far and I am so gutted that I now have to wait until at least September for book 5 to come out, but you know, we move, we power through. That's what we've got to do. So really strong start to the month. I got all of these read before Christmas, which was a surprise to me, and yeah, really strong start to the month. And then I read a book that was sent to me for review because the second book in the series is coming out I think in February, and that is Sorryyyy by Stephanie Scott. And this is a little indie title. It was very sweet, very wholesome. It's about a girl called Ellie, a woman called Ellie, who opens a new boutique in Scotland. And the goal of this boutique is to find people the outfits that they need for the occasions that they need, but also just kind of give them advice and friendship. And I don't really know how to describe it. It's very wholesome. It basically follows Ellie and a few other characters as they are going through a bit of relationship, personal trouble, and it's very sweet. It's this like little group of women from different walks of life who all find themselves in this one space connected through Ellie and her boutique, and all come to be really lovely friends and very supportive of each other. It's very women helping women. It's very sweet, very wholesome. I only gave it 2.5 stars, and that is because while I enjoyed it and the story itself was really sweet, the editing and polish that this book needed just wasn't there. There were a lot of spelling mistakes, a lot of grammar issues. There was at one point even like whole blocks of text that were copy pasted over in a way that it was written and then they copied it to start the next chapter, but they forgot to delete the first thing. While I enjoyed the story itself, it was not as pleasurable as a reading experience as I wanted. I think this has potential. I just think it needs a little bit more finesse to really be as good as it can be. But if you're not super bothered by sort of editing or grammar or anything like that, then I would definitely recommend picking this up. But I would pick up the ebook, not the physical copy, because some of the issues I had in the physical copy don't seem to be present in the ebook version. The final book I read in December was Thirst Trap by Grenna O'Hara, and I listened to this on audio and the audio was very good. It was a very fun experience, and if you're looking for a book that is just messy people being messy, this is the book for you. It's about these 3 women who have been best friends all their lives, but a year previously their friend was in a car accident and sadly passed away, and they're sort of all about to turn 30 and they just don't know where their lives are going. They can't commit to relationships. They're still going out partying and drinking and doing drugs, and you know, they're trying to find their place in the world, especially after the loss of someone that was really dear to them, and also feeling a lot of guilt because at the time of their friend's death some of them weren't on the best terms with her because of other things that were going on. It's a really interesting story. It's funny. I always find Irish authors just are so just peak comedy. They are always hilarious, and it was really heartfelt and sad. And as someone, I'm not quite turning 30 yet, thank goodness. In 2026 I will be turning 27 and can no longer really call myself in my mid-20s anymore. I kind of related to a lot of it, even though I don't really go out partying or drinking or any of that. But I definitely related to the sense of losing your identity and feeling like you have to grow up and feeling like there are certain ways to do things because you're now an adult. I really enjoyed that aspect of it, so I would definitely recommend this one as well. And I gave this one 4 stars. Now, on to my January TBR. And like I said, if you'd watched my reading plans video, you'll know that every month I will be trying to fulfill certain prompts for certain things, whether that is the buzzword reading and cover challenges by Books and Lala, or my 12 recommendations from 12 friends for 12 months, which I will be picking at the end of this video. So I'm quite happy with the books that I've chosen, but I'm going to talk you through them right now. Let me just get my story graph up. So for the buzzword cover challenge, the prompt was a cover featuring an internal body part, and I really struggled with this. I'm trying to pick things that are already on my TBR. I don't want to extend my TBR to try and fulfill the prompts, if that makes sense. So I really struggled with this because I didn't have very many. The first one that came to mind was Unwell Women, which I've been wanting to read for a while, but I'm just not really feeling non-fiction-y at the moment. And I've also got an idea for a video in the future where a reading vlog where I read feminist non-fiction, because I've got quite a few on my shelves and Unwell Women would fit quite nicely into that. So I didn't go with that one. The other one I had was, do I have it on my shelf actually? Yes, I do. Was the reappearance of Rachel Price, because it has blood on the cover, which counts according to the prompt page. But the one I've ended up going with is Butter by Asako Yuzuki, and not for any real reason. Again, it's got a blood on the cover, which I think is cool. Oh, it's like foiled as well. I never noticed that before. I typically really enjoy translated fiction, so this one was just speaking to me a little bit more than the reappearance of Rachel Price was, so I've gone with Butter. For the buzzword reading challenge, all spoilers, I've gone with After the Silence, and that fulfills the January prompt of before and after. And searching through my TBR again, I had 0 books with the word before in it. Crazy. And I only had 2 that had after in, and it was this one or After I Do by Taylor Jenkins Reid. And again, I just wasn't really feeling the TJR. I really like Louise O'Neill. Most of her books have been amazing for me. Idol is one of my favourite books of all time by her. So very, very excited for this one. She always writes very feminist books, which I love. And yeah, I think this is going to be quite a good little thrillery kind of book for the start of the year. I have one arc that I need to read this month, and that is Stolen Moments by A.B. Jackson. I'm probably going to start the year off with that and just get it done, get it out of the way. I'm not expecting it to be a fantastic read. The early reviews that I've seen so far are sort of middling, around 3 stars, but I don't really expect a huge amount from romance, from this kind of romance anyway. I just like to feel warm and fuzzy and feel the angst and feel the cuteness, so I'm hoping that's what it's going to give me. And then for my sort of wild card, for my book that fits none of the prompts, I've gone with Herculine by Grace Byron. And this book just keeps staring at me. I was really sad that I couldn't get to it during sort of spooky season, so I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna do it in January, because seasons are subjective. Who cares when I read what? And this cover, I mean, it has eyes on the cover anyway, but it just stares at me off of my shelf, and I need to get it read because I think it's gonna be fantastic. Now, for the bit I'm most excited for, I'm finally gonna choose my first recommendation for my 12 recommendations from 12 friends for 12 months from my mug back here. As a reminder, these are all the books that have been chosen for me that are available in this little mug. So we're gonna have a feel. Okay, this one. And it is The Corruption of Hollis Brown by Kay Ancrum, kindly recommended to me from my friend Morgan over on Bookstagram. Thank you very much. I was kind of hoping this one would come up quite quickly because it just sounds really cool, and Morgan always has the best recommendations. She's got such great taste, so I'm hoping this will be a good one. So yeah, that is my 6th and final book for January, The Corruption of Hollis Brown by Kate Ancrum. Yay! Oh, don't put it back in the mug. That'd be silly, wouldn't it? Sorry to interrupt me for a little bit later, but I can't believe I forgot the book that I'm literally most excited for this month. I'm so dumb. So just to jump in quickly, the actual 6th book, I only talked about 5, if you were keeping count. The actual 6th book I will be reading in January is The Elsewhere Express by Samantha Soto Yambao. And yeah, I've got it on pre-order. Watermoon was amazing. I loved it so much. So I have very, very high hopes for The Elsewhere Express. That's all I had to say. Back to the video. So yeah, I think I sped through that quite quickly. Hopefully it didn't keep you too long. But those are all the books I read in December and the 6 books that I'm planning on reading in January. Let me know what you're planning to read in this next month. And let me know if you've read any of the books that are on my January TBR, because I'd love to know what you think of them and if you think that I would enjoy them. I think that is it. So if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos from me, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It only takes a second and it really helps me out, so please. And thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.